give employers more ways to extend a helping hand. The financial programs we design with our business partners focus on creating a safety net for devoted employees. We believe secure and happy employees are essential for successful business.
Nandito ako nung nagpa-practice mag-bike ang anak ko.
Nandito ako nung nag-birthday si Mommy.
Dito ako nag-celebrate ng wedding anniversary namin.
Distance will always be a problem. So choose a home that makes life more fulfilling by bringing you closer to everything that matters the most. Arezzo Place Pasig. Live fulfilled.
Finma Properties, making room to build your future.
Hi, I'm Mel, and I am choosy. My ultimate skin goal is gusto kong mag-even out ang skin tone ko.
Hi, my name is Gian and Wanda. My skin goals are to become whiter, fairer, healthier, and younger.
It really shows na yung skin ko ngayon mas moisturized, mas glowing, and mas healthy.
Thanks to Glutasy, I got my skin tone back. Thank you so much, Glutasy.
Every coffee needs a lotus.
What's the secret to beauty's beauty?
Langis.
Ito ba lahat ang gamit mo?
Ay hindi. Isa lang ang gamit ko for all. Moringa O2 Therapy Oil. Hindi lang malunggay. Meron ding olive oil and omega from sunflower oil.
This therapy oil helps relieve my dry and irritated skin.
It helps lighten my scars and stretch marks.
It helps make my hair young and healthy.
This is our beauty secret.
Sana all.
Sana oil.
Give employers more ways to extend a helping hand. The financial programs we design with our business partners focus on creating a safety net for devoted employees. We believe secure and happy employees are essential to a successful business.
Nandito ako nung nagpa-practice mag-bike ang anak ko.
Nandito ako nung nag-birthday si Mommy.
Dito ako nag-celebrate ng wedding anniversary namin.
Distance will always be a problem.
रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हो लाइव चाहिए जब मैं फिर एक आगे से फोटो लूंगी आगे को
So choose a home that makes life more fulfilling by bringing you closer to everything that matters the most. Arezzo Place Pasig. Live fulfilled.
Philippine properties, making room to build your future.
Hi, I'm Mel, and I am choosy. My ultimate skin goal is gusto kong mag-even out ang skin tone ko.
Hi, my name is Gian. My skin goals are to become whiter, fairer, healthier, and younger.
It really shows na yung skin ko ngayon mas moisturized, mas glowing, and mas healthy.
Thanks to Glutasy, I got my skin tone back. Thank you so much, Glutasy.
Every coffee needs a lotus.
What's the secret to beauty's beauty?
Langis.
Ito ba lahat ang gamit mo?
Ay hindi, isa lang ang gamit ko for all. Moringa O2 Therapy Oil. Hindi lang malunggay. Meron ding olive oil and omega from sunflower oil.
This therapy oil helps relieve my dry and irritated skin.
It helps lighten my scars and stretch marks.
It helps make my hair strong and healthy.
This is our beauty secret.
Sana all.
Zero oil.
And we are live. Good afternoon. A pleasant afternoon to each and every one of you. Good afternoon to our Zoom participants. Good afternoon to our YouTube, FB, and LinkedIn viewers. Good afternoon, everyone. So it is another live webinar series for a cause powered by Ariva Academy. Our topic today this afternoon is an astronaut's perspective. Expand your perspectives to possibilities for growth during COVID 19. This is a part series of our HR Virtual Summit PH Bounce Back HR. My name is Irish Malonda Samson, and everyone that is all welcome. Our moderator, Mr. Howell Mabalot.
Hello,
Hi, Sir
good
Howell.
afternoon, Miss Irish the Ever Beautiful.
Thank you, sir. So
It's a cloudy afternoon here.
yes,
From
yes,
outside my
indeed.
window.
Gloomy.
na yung summer.
Yes po. Sir Howell, before we acknowledge our out-of-the-country participants, I would just like to greet first our Zoom participants.
Yes,
So they are, good afternoon, Joma, Gia Chan, good afternoon, Ravi, Dalisay Palaganas, good afternoon, Romel Deguia, Carlo Rialingo, Benzila Maria Bernal, good afternoon. Okay. And now, let's welcome our out-of-the-country participants. They are watching from Toronto, Canada, Vancouver, Canada, Kowloon City, Hong Kong, Dapi, India, Kuwait, Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia, Lalitpur, Nepal, Doha, Qatar, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi, UAE, Los Angeles, and Cambridge, Massachusetts, United States. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Okay, so in order for us to have a smooth flow of our e-learning session, here are the house rules. Who are the first-time viewers of our webinar? Please type in hi in the chat box now. Hello, Antonio Alvarado from Taguig. He is watching from Taguig. Alexandria Donna, welcome to our e-learning session. Lester, Maria, Dan Buenaventura, Ivy Jewel, Maria Luisa Gonzalez, Timothy Josh Domingo. Okay, Mary Ann Gianan from Parañaque City. Hello. Jope, Playa. So, medyo marami, Sir Howell. Okay. Margaret, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's do an audio check now. You will be needing a good quality headset. Please use the following codes. Type in out now 111 to show if you can hear us. We are loud and clear and audible right now. Okay, so far 111. Thank you, Romel, Emilu, Maria, Jay, Rosalinda, thank you. 222 means you cannot hear us. No sound at all. 2121 means the sound is breaking up or there's a log, and question mark if you don't understand anything. So far, 111. Oh wait, I'm seeing 2121. Okay.
Because of cloudy skies.
But so far, 111. Am I clear now? Okay, 111. And moving on. We will be having a quick break later after the presentation of our guest speaker and before we move on to our question and answer portion. For question and answer guidelines, participants' microphones will be temporarily disabled by the administrator during discussion to avoid interruptions. Questions will be entertained after each topic of the session. For questions and clarification during the provided time after each topic, please click the raise hand button for the administrator to enable the microphone for live questions. Yes, later at the question and answer portion, we will entertain live questions from our Zoom participants. Type in your questions at the Q&A box. One question at a time will be entertained. For comments and feedback, okay. For comments and feedback, please scan this QR code. This will be directed to our feedback form. Please send us your comments, suggestions, topics to discuss in order for us to have a smooth flow of our e-learning session. And now to discuss an astronaut's perspective, expand your perspectives to possibilities for growth during COVID-19. Mr. Howell Mabalot, please introduce our speaker this afternoon.
Thank you, Miss Irish Malon Thompson, our president, for the opportunity to use our speaker. Hey.
Sir Howell, you're a bit choppy right now.
I am choppy. Okay, so
let's check, sir. Or would you want me to introduce the speaker instead while resetting?
Can you hear me? Oh.
A bit choppy still, sir.
So next. So
you will reset, sir.
And I will have to reset. I will join. Hey!
Yes, I will be introducing our speaker. She is a motivational keynote speaker, award-winning trainer, and perspective coach. Based on her real-life changing experiences, she strongly believes that human perspective play a huge role in their overall growth to live an abundant and purposeful life. She delivered her keynote in multiple countries. She is the founder of NeuroExcel Limited, a training and consulting company based in Singapore. She is passionate to help teams to improve their performance by effectively adapting to change and achieve team goals. She can help a group of individuals to work together as a productive team, improving their performance irrespective of gender, generational, and active ethnic diversity. She works with universities and educational institutions to help students and educators to adopt a growth mindset to stay focused and achieve their goals. She is a licensed NLP master professional and trainer by co-creator of NLP, Dr. Richard Bandler from London. She is a published contributing author and had been contributing to a social cause pertaining to education for underprivileged as corporate social responsibility. Everyone is all now welcome Coach Rafiya Sultana.
Hello.
Welcome, Coach Rafiya Sultana.
Hello, Irish. Happy afternoon to you, and hello, Howell. Happy afternoon to you too.
Yeah. Can you hear me properly, Ma'am Rafiya?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Am I breaking? Sound breaking up or? Go ahead. Miss Iris to the rescue. Iris, hello?
Yes, sir?
Rescue ka muna, ha?
Oh, sure, no
With
problem.
Rafiya. So sounds still choppy.
Yes, a bit. Yes, sir.
You again.
Hi, Ms. Rafiya. You can now share your slides.
Okay.
Can you share it now, ma'am? Okay, while waiting for Ms. Rafiya, are you okay, ma'am? I would like to...
Yes.
Oh.
I'm in.
Oh, there you go. Great, we can see your presentation now.
I can't see you.
Oh, though we can see you clearly as well as your presentation, Ms. Rafiya. So you can go ahead and present your talk.
Okay. Lovely afternoon and happy afternoon to everyone. I'm Rafiya Sultana. As Irish said, I'm here to just have a chat and share my message with you so that I can bring a tiny change in the world. So today's topic, as Irish mentioned, it's astronaut's perspective. Astronaut's perspective. You must be thinking that why she chose this word, an astronaut's perspective. Expand your perspectives to possibilities for growth. So here is the reason. Astronauts, when they go into space, when they look back to the Earth, they have a totally different perspective from the moon than what they have seen and experienced and felt when they are on the Earth. So what makes them think differently? So before that, let's start with a question. What is your vision? Did you ever think of what is your vision in your life? Please help me answer your question through this poll.
Okay, everyone, let's answer the poll number 1. What is your vision? 1, I don't know. I am working on it, or I need clarity. So you can submit your answers now. Okay, so far, Coach Rafiya, most of our attendees are 67%. I am working on it.
That's wonderful.
26, yes, I need clarity, 26%, and I don't know, 7%. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your reply. And that is true. This is what I feel the same about myself. It's always work in progress. But once we get the clarity about what we want in our life, and once we get the clarity about our vision, our life becomes much easier. So right now we know the kind of impact the whole world is having because of the COVID-19, and its impact is making situation much and much worse for the people and their mindset, which is letting them to get into the cycles of anxiety, fear, depression, and all those negative emotions, which is stopping their growth and which is not even letting them to adjust or adapt to the new normal. So what else we can do in this case? Adapting to new normal. So this is what I came up with in 3R's formula, and I call it as recover, reprogram, and revamp. And what does it mean? What is recover and what is reprogram and revamp? So this is what we are going to discuss in today's topic of an astronaut's perspective. So kindly bear with me. I want to share my story from my background when I was in my lowest point of my life, where uncertainty, fear, and all those limiting beliefs were completely covered my sanity and completely covered my consciousness, that I could not see any ray of hope around me, and I could not see what will be my next step. So it was 1:30 a.m. in the night, and it was pitch dark. I was in my living room window. I was sitting on the window of my living room. It was pitch dark, with one of my leg hanging outside the window and one of the leg hanging inside the home. And guess now what I was doing? Sitting there. And what I was trying to do and thinking to do sitting there. Well, yeah, I think most of you already guessed about it. This is true that I was trying to jump out of the window at that point of time. And those are the thoughts which were crushing my soul, crushing my confidence, crushing my presence and existence in this world, that I wanted to end everything in this life. So imagine what happened next. Yes, you're right. I didn't jump, thankfully. That's why I'm here today to share my story with you and inspire with my journey, which completely changed my life for good. So, that point of uncertainty, when I was about to jump out of the window, thankfully I was saved. And when I came, I just seconds after that moment, when I was saved, all that was there in my mind is, why me? why this pain is causing me to be in the point where I am today, why people suffer, why I cannot grow like others, why I cannot be successful in life like others. So let me tell you why, first of all, why I tend to get to that point of jumping out of the window. So at the age of 6, I had this big dream of becoming an astronaut. I worked really hard from the age 6 to 21, 22 until the completion of my graduation. I managed to get the space in engineering university. I completed my university and I was pretty much going on my path of being an astronaut, and everything was going fine. I was highly committed, highly respected, and in my community, many of the parents, they were telling that this is how it's supposed to be. My girl, I wish my girl can be like you. I was well appreciated for everything that I have been doing at that point of time. So from that point to this point, what actually happened that led me to jump out of the window? Simply, I had to leave my dream, and I realized that I cannot achieve the dream anymore. The dream that I have been living from the age of 6 to 21 for 15 years, and I did not look back or look around that dream, and I have no idea of socializing. I have no idea of what is happening around this bubble of my dream. So once this bubble blasted, I could not see the light. I can only see the darkness. At that moment, I thought I'm doing it well, but eventually within 2 years, it totally drained my energy, and it led me to the point that no one ever, ever, ever should go to. So after that incident, my mind keep asking me many questions. What is the purpose of my life? What is the vision of my life? Why even I'm here? I am a failure. I have no direction in life. I don't know what to do next. I have no clarity what to do next. So that was the point. I call it as uncertainty when I was at the lowest point of my life. Then started my journey of self-discovery, where I wanted to get all these answers of human behavior, why people behave in certain way, why they feel pain, if there are few people who are highly achievers, and why they are achieving. If there are people who cannot achieve what they want, why they could not be achieving, what is draining their energy, human behavior. As I got into psychology, I started my journey of self-discovery to realize what I am, why I am here, what is my vision in my life, and what are my strengths and weaknesses. So that led me to the journey of self discovery, where I realized my strengths and weaknesses. And then from that point of self discovery to self mastery, once I realized that these are my strengths and weaknesses, I can see changes in my life which are positive, and I started growing strength to strength. I got my awards, I got my certifications, licenses in multiple courses and multiple areas, where it makes me to be who I am today. This happened fast forward 10 years. So it took me 8 to 10 long years to be who I am and stand here and share my story with you to inspire. So what all in this 8 and 10 years of research and understanding the dynamics of human behavior, and the way people excel in certain way, why they are excelling. If the people who cannot do this, why they could not be able to. So though, after all these, I realized that there is one common thing which is commonly differentiating people who are high achievers and who are average and below average performance, and that is their mindset. So in my journey of self-discovery and from self-discovery to self-mastery, if you think that there are no lowest points again, if there are no such failures again, then it's wrong. Indeed, I had my fair share of sacrifices, pain, and many failures in my way to be who I am today. Yes, I mean, in my path of success, definitely I had disappointment and I had many criticism. I faced failures. There were adversities, there were rejections, sacrifices. I was disappointed, but I did not get back to the point where I started because I was working on my mindset throughout this process, which was helping me to stay focused in what I have been doing. So, in my journey of self discovery and self mastery, there is one thing which I learned is your perspective is the key for your growth. Your perspective, your point of view about your own life, your point of view about your strengths, your weaknesses, your blessings, your resources, everything that you're already given that you can utilize to be successful and reach the point wherever you want to reach. And what is this perspective? Why it is so important? So that's the topic today. And in our formula of 3 R's, where recover, reprogram, and revamp our journey to adapt to the new normal, our perspectives plays a huge and vital role. So, what is stopping this? What is the main root cause that is causing those negative emotions in our mind and which is letting us to get to the point which where no one want to go, and that is negativity. Negativity was something that I realized which was stopping me to be who I am, be happy, be clear about my path, and stay focused on what I want to do. But before that all, I found my why I want to do what I want to do. I found that answer first, then that led me to continue my path of success. So, talking about negativity, may I request you to answer this question on when was the last time you changed your perspective for positive results in your life? Whenever you got into those negative, vicious cycles of fear, anxiety, and depression, what did you do to change your perspective so that you can get positive results? Please answer your question.
Okay, so we have 3 choices. You cannot do that, you cannot get results, or you don't understand. So it's all about not. Cannot, do not. Am I coming across clear, Ma'am Rafiya?
Sorry?
Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tell me, please.
Okay. So we're giving them 1 minute.
Sure.
Okay, so the result will be in a few seconds now. Can you see them answering?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so we'll share via YouTube the result in a few seconds. And here's the result. Cannot get results.
So that's true. I do that, but cannot get results. And 85% of attendees in today's session answered that I do that, but cannot get results. 8% I don't understand. 7% I cannot do that. So, as per the results, it's clear that we try to get positive results. Nobody purposely want to be in the state of negativity or in the state of failure or in the state of any kind of negative emotion which is causing them pain or fear or anxiety. It is not by purpose. So, is there anything that we can do to change our perspectives in certain ways so that we can get positive results every time we attempt to get positive results out of a negative event which is happening in our life? Like in my case, whatever happened that caused me to the extreme position where no one need to go. Thank you for your answers. Moving forward to our poll. Moving forward to our session today. So, talking about negativity. Do you know the life cycle of a lobster? Lobster is a soft, mushy animal which grows inside a hard shell under the sea. And that hard shell helps it to protect itself from predators. And now that as this lobster grows day by day, it feels uncomfortable because that shell is hard and it is not growing. So as per the life cycle of a lobster, it goes behind the rocks and casts off this hard shell to grow a whole new shell. And once the shell is completely grown, then it comes back to its normal position so that it can protect itself from the predators. Now, imagine if these lobsters have doctors. The moment they feel uncomfortable, they go to those doctors and those doctors may give medicine, and after having that medicine, they may not even try to think of growing because the temporary pain is taken care. So like lobsters, we human beings have a shell of negativity around our mind, which is stopping our growth. And this is what I learned in my journey as well, when I was at the point of uncertainty. Before that, let us do this tiny experiment. So I'm sure all of you have got a pen and paper with you. If not, that's okay. Anyhow, I'm going to show you. Imagine that now I'm just trying to take this paper and trying to poke this pen slowly into this paper. And I'm not moving this paper, but I'm only moving this pencil. So as you see, there is a hole. And now I'm keeping this pencil. I'm not moving this pencil, and now I'm moving this paper towards this pencil and paper. So case 1, case 2. In both the cases, if you see, is there any damage done to this pencil? And is there any damage done to this paper? You can answer yes to me in the question and answers or in the chat room if you observe that or if you practice that exercise.
Ravi Hintog says yes.
That's awesome.
Carlo Chris, Marisa Sibayan. Yes. Jericho Bundok, yes.
Thank you so much.
Rosalinda Cabasan, Antonio Alvarado, and some more.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for your answers. So what we can do to is build an emotional want to be. So we all have dreams, we all have aspirations to live with. But if we do not have emotional resilience to deal with the pain and the rejections and the failures that we have to face along this way, and be mindful that these are also necessary, because we need to learn all the lessons which are important to grow, and those lessons we learn only with these failures. But at the same time, if we do not develop this emotional resilience to face these failures, there is a tendency to give up. So that's the reason why most of the high achievers, they are reaching to that level. It doesn't mean that they are not facing failures. It just means that they know how to handle their failures and turn that pain to power. So once we build this emotional resilience as a support system, no matter what you want to achieve in your goal, negativity, fears, and anxiety cannot stop you to be who you want to be. So, talking about emotions, emotional resilience, to build the emotional resilience, what we need. We as human beings, we have certain emotions that we experience under different circumstances. And if we master these emotions, if we can find what emotions makes me happy, if you can tag that emotion of your own, that we call it as a self-awareness, then you can master your emotions, which will help you to build resilience. But is that what important and enough to perform or achieve your goals? No. Once we master our own emotions, and once we master our own the way we are connecting with others, or the way we are talking to others, the way we are connecting with our own inner strengths is mastered, the next comes people. If you want to succeed and if you want to achieve the results that you want, even especially in this phase of COVID, I'm sure many of the project managers and leaders, they're still struggling to motivate their teams to stay focused and productive, because they are finding it hard to motivate their teams, because their emotional strength is get depleting day by day because of whatever is happening around. So there are many different circumstances. I agree that it is a COVID phase. Many people are struggling, but is there still a way to help them stay motivated? Yes, there is. So if we can communicate the risk, and if you can communicate the possibilities to the people or your team members or your family members in such a way that they're not only understanding but also voluntarily willing to adapt to the new change, and also voluntarily willing to put that extra effort to work together as a team to achieve team goals. So for that, we need, as a team leader, or as a member, as an employee, or as a family member, or as a head of a family, you need to understand the emotions of the other person. For that, we need to be compassionate and empathetic enough so that you can connect well with others. We are humans and we are social animals, and we cannot live alone, and we cannot achieve anything alone. It's all about the teamwork. So once we master our skills of emotions, which we call as self-awareness, and then comes to the people, which we call it as a social awareness, performance is a obvious outcome. And let me tell you, this is emotions, self-awareness, social awareness, then comes performance, but it cannot be other way around. But if you're trying to push yourself thinking that I want to perform well without even focusing on your self-awareness, on your strengths, the way you connect with your inner self and the way you connect with your people, you will find hard time, and that's what we call it as an anxiety. That's what brings us to the point where we always struggle with the fear of failure. So whenever we are in the state of change and uncertainty or confusion, please make sure that are you being totally aware of your own thoughts and emotions, and what are those thoughts that you're allowing in your mind? Because in a day, as we know, like we do thousands of decisions in a whole day, and we get multiple thousands and millions of thoughts in a day. So in my journey, there is one of the beautiful lesson that I learned is E plus R equals O. Now here E is an event, any event which is happening in our life. And R is the response and O becomes the outcome. Event is not in our control because we are human beings and we cannot predict or change what is going to happen next. We can be in the present moment and we can act and we can do everything in our present moment, but we don't know what will happen in the next moment. So event is not in our control. Outcome is not fully in our control because outcome is the combination of the event, any event that is happening, and the response to the event, the way we are responding. If this COVID is happening around, what we are doing, what kind of questions that we are asking to ourselves? Are we in our self-talk, or when we are communicating with our team members or with our family members, are we being aware that, are we giving them statements which is closing their mind, or we are creating a structured questions, well-framed questions that will let them to think, rethink, and find solutions? So it all depends. If E is not in our control, outcome is not in our control, but there is one thing which is our response is in our control. It's not the fear that makes you be in misery forever, but it's that feeling of fear and the way you multiply, because what it all takes is just one negative thought in a day. If we do not work on that one negative thought, it gets multiplies, and that led you to the point where no one need to go. But if we have the self-awareness of our own emotions and what is happening in our life, and no matter what happens, if we accept this fact that no matter what happens in my event, it's all in my mind and it all depends on how I respond to the situation. I call it as 10-90 rule. 90% of what happens in our life is all about how we respond to that, and only 10% is what actually happens. It's not my analogy, it's a proven fact. If that is the fact, then why we cannot accept, why we need to get into those negative cycles of fear and anxiety? Because it is neither helping you nor people who are surrounded by you, because your energy is carried away to others who are around you. So what we can do, E plus R equals O is our equation. No matter what happens in our life, if we can find a way to change the way we respond to the situation so that we can always get a positive outcome, which is O, your life can be much more easier than you expect. Yes, even during this change and uncertainty, because we can lose anything, but we cannot lose our state. Event, E event, R is response and outcome. So R, so let's focus more on R. So how we can respond, because just now through the poll we realized that we kind of try to change our perspectives, but still we could not get the result. So what do you think is, so I did my research, case studies for years, and what I realized is it's again goes back to our perspectives. Our perspectives about that particular situation, and those perspectives are formed based on the kind of thoughts that you're allowing in your mind, connecting to that event, with whatever event is happening, and all those, and also it is decided by your belief system that you accumulated right from the experiences of your childhood, and your values that you attained from your background, your family background, your childhood, the way you brought up. So all these together, those past experiences create certain emotion. It could be a fear or anything, but Trust me, we all create this in our mind. Any problem that happens in our life, first we create in our mind, then it becomes a reality. So if we can do something when the moment when it is created in our mind, if we can do something to realign our thoughts here itself, we can stop those negative events or emotions to be a reality. Because what I learned is that in my journey of self-discovery, what we think is what we believe. What we believe is what we do. So if you believe that you can be a better person, you can be a better person. If you believe that you can conquer your fears and anxiety, you can do that. Yes, it is a bit of work. Most of the time we fail because we do not follow the process, because it's a process. It may not happen overnight, but you can do it over the period of time. So all that we need to do is, okay, let's before that, let's go ahead with one more poll question. And the question is, please help me to answer this question. When was the last time when you took responsibility for others' actions? Answers: I will never do that. I do that depending on the circumstances. So please help me answer these questions.
Okay, so for our participants in the Zoom room, just choose one of the three choices. When was the last time you took responsibility for others' action? I'm not sure if it's a trick question, because it's about taking responsibility for other people's action. So I will never do that, the first choice. I do that, second choice. And third choice, depending on circumstances. We're excited to find out who among our participants will take responsibility for other people's actions. Okay. Rafiya, do you see the result now?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for your answer. So what I can see, the answer is depending on circumstances. Wonderful. So this is what I was looking for. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain why it happened. So depending on circumstances, I do agree that we kind of tend to focus on more on our circumstances. But as this 10/90 rule says, it's all about how we respond than what happens. It doesn't matter what kind of circumstances you are in. It doesn't matter what kind of people you are surrounded with. Yes, there could be people who are not in alignment with your thought process or in alignment with your values and belief system. But it doesn't mean that the moment we change our focus, our consciousness to those circumstances which are stopping you, those thoughts gets multiplied. So if you want to cut that vicious cycle at the beginning itself, when the problem is created in our mind that, okay, this person is giving me a problem or this circumstances, are immediately to take responsibility. And what does it mean? If we want to learn how to respond to the situation so that we can get a positive outcome no matter what happens in life, is to take a responsibility. And what is this responsibility? Responsibility is response plus ability. Your ability to respond to the situation, but not to react. That's what can bring you results, and that will not let you get into the issues or the blame game of the circumstances or the people, and that will ease your pain. Why we even need to take responsibility of others' action? Because just now I showed you this exercise of pen and paper. The pen and the paper, in that case, the paper is a mind and the pen is the negativity. No matter the negativity is coming near you or you are going towards the negativity, ultimately you are the one who will be impacted badly. So what we can do to stay away from this negativity? So we need to do every action that is important to be in a state of positivity. And that we can do by taking responsibility. If others are doing mistakes, just forgive them. If you are doing mistakes, just forgive yourself. If you think you do not have enough resources to achieve whatever you want or to survive, I mean, first of all, to survive, because we are in this mode of survival, think about, have some gratitude and think about what are you already having. The moment you change that shift, you are saving yourself from this negativity. As I mentioned, this negativity it can come from others when the circumstances and the people who are creating those negative emotions or events around you, or if it is your self talk, like when you are giving those negative affirmations to your mind, ultimately you are the one who is getting impacted in a negatively. So please take responsibility, no matter whatever mistake is done by others, by yourself. Please forgive and practice gratitude and forgiveness and mindfulness. Be in this moment. Think about what is happening now, what I can do now to take responsibility, and so that I can get positive outcome. Because I do not want to stay in this state of negativity for a long time. So please develop this ability to respond. And how we can do that, how we can develop that ability to respond but not to react, because when we react, what we get is all those negative emotions which are not desirable: anxiety, fear, and depression. I think we just had our poll already. So what we can do? So what we can do to respond is reframing. Reframing is one of the beautiful technique, and it is a scientifically proven technique that you can apply in any point of your life and in any point of your um, uh, in any event that is happening to you or causing you pain, is reframing. Let's say it is your birthday and you are on the way to your office. The moment you step into the office, you will be expecting everyone to, wish you or give you some gifts and do some special things for you. But imagine at the same time your boss comes and he scolds you for something which you did wrong in a previous day. Obviously, you don't know that it's your birthday, or maybe he knows, but still he was angry, which was totally unexpected and uncertain at that point of time, because we all have certain expectations about life to happen in this way, and we get into this negative emotions of fear or disappointment the moment our expectations are not met as per our plans or as per our expectations from others. That's where we get into negativity. So please try to reframe. So at that point of time when your boss came, so there are two things that you can do. Either get disappointed because that was the first day and first hour in a day in your office where you were expecting a lot, but everything gone wrong. And so by the end of this, either you can think that my whole of my day is gone, or you can think that maybe there is something, maybe my boss is having here what we are doing, we are taking responsibility instead of blaming boss, or instead of blaming yourself for doing something wrong. If we accept and take the responsibility, maybe there is something that I really did wrong, so okay, it's okay, I can correct it. And also convince yourself that I have rest of my day, and there are many other colleagues of mine and family members, they may give you gifts and they may treat you the way you're expecting. If you allow yourself to get into this disappointment of the first incident, you may not even enjoy if others are giving you those gifts. But if the moment you reframe, you are saving the rest of the day to be happy and active and enjoy your day. So that's one of the example of reframing. And this reframing, it's a very deep technique. I mean, I think this 1 hour is not enough to explain that. I usually explain in my coaching and training methodology, because it's a process how to respond so that we can turn any change in our life into a possibility for growth. So reframing is one of the technique which helps you to take responsibility and change that emotion or change that event into something positive, so that you can consistently be in state of positivity. So that's where our mind shift happens. The moment we take responsibility, the moment we start consciously taking effort to reframe whatever is happening, that's where our mind shift happens. That's where we can see more possibilities than problems around us. And it may not happen overnight. Yes, as we know, as we mentioned, like depending on circumstances, it happens. But we consciously follow through certain process and certain techniques, it is possible. So reframing is one of the techniques. There are many other techniques. Even if you want, you can connect with me after this session. So there are many methodologies that we usually apply to help them to get rid of those negative emotions which are holding them back. So we can completely shift our focus from problems to possibilities, and that shift takes, and that mind shift happens only when we take responsibility and when we respond but not react. And once we react and once we respond, so to respond, what is the primary thing is our perspectives. We need to change our perspective. So this reframing or any other technique that we are applying to change the impact of that negative event in our life, what we are doing is, it is all changing our perspective. So we are changing our perspectives in a way, and we are realigning our thoughts and perspective in such a way so that uh, uh, we can realign our perspectives towards our goal, which will keep us focused no matter what happens in life, and which will also save our time. So then peak performance becomes your habit, because it is a work to be done. It is a process, but once you understand this process, and once you follow through this process, you will realize it is much more easier than to do. So based on my experience, so before I close this section, I want to give you a tiny gift of the acronym that I created, SMILE. As we know, when we smile, we feel good about ourselves. And even it is also one of the technique, and it's a proven fact that when we change our physiology, it changes our psychology. No matter how depressed I am, if I even tend to change, open up my muscles and try to smile, it kind of changes my psychology. It's a proven fact. So based on that, SMILE, I just picked from that. But what actually SMILE means is, it will help you to stay away from negativity and stay productive. There are many more other tools, but this is one of the tools that I use. SMILE. Surround yourself with positive and like-minded people, because you are the average of 5 people that you hang out with. So choose the people who change, who helps you to be who you are. Find your tribe. We today we are blessed to live in this era of technology. Now communication is much more easier. Choose your tribe who consistently motivates you, consistently pushes you to be who you are. Invest in yourself. Invest your time, invest your mind, and invest your money, even if it is needed. When I wanted to change my life from being no one, from the point of uncertainty to be who I am today, what all I did is I invested time, I invested my mind, because to stay focused, I have to make sure that I am in a positive state of mind, and I am in a position to accept and move forward. So investing in yourself is very important. And L is let go of negativity to stay focused on why. So which is very, very important. I already shared about the story of a lobster and how it can impact so badly in your life. So if you anything that you can take away, please focus on this one slide saying let go of negativity to stay focused on your why. Whenever you feel low, think from the point where you started to the point where you are right now, and look at your bigger picture. What is your bigger goal? Why you all started, first of all, to reach this point? Why you even want to achieve what you want to do? Then naturally your focus will shift from problems to possibilities. And E is exercise, which is very important. I highly recommend, because exercise is something which can be physical, mental, or emotional, that keeps you completely in a discipline. So physical exercise, obviously we know our dopamine levels, it keeps our dopamine levels low, so we'll be highly productive. Mental exercises, reading books. If you're religious, if you are mental exercise, if you are a spiritual person, you can do your meditation. If you're a religious person, please go and pray. Prayer is a great form of exercise for your mind, because it calms down your mind. And to tell you, if we want to find solutions, we cannot find any solutions with a negative and disturbed mind. We cannot get positive results in our life with a negative mindset. And as Einstein says, we cannot get the solution from the same kind of conscious that we cannot get solutions to the problems from the same consciousness that we created them. So if we are having the same consciousness when the problem is created, and we are not doing anything to change in our mindset, we consistently will get the same kind of results. So obviously we need to do our mental exercise. It takes a certain discipline to stay focused. It takes a certain habits that I'm going to publish in my book. So I'm writing my book, upcoming book, Perspective Matters, so where I'll be clearly mentioning about all these. And another one is emotional exercises is nothing but focusing on your thoughts, what you're letting in, your habits while watching TV, while when you are in conversation with others, when you hear something from any external resources, how you're processing that information. It makes a huge difference. And we already discussed about self and social awareness part, so that's what comes under the exercise, which is an emotional exercise for you. So I hope it is helpful. I know that there is much more to discuss on this, because it is not so easy to cover everything in 1 hour. So if any one of you want to know more about my formula, adapting to new normal, recover, reprogram, and revamp, you can connect with me after this session. So recover is the process where we are accepting the situation. Until we accept the situation, we cannot change it. Reprogram is nothing but trying to consciously put some effort to take responsibility of what all happening in our life, and change our mindset and change our perspectives, so that we can reprogram our mind to be in the state of positivity. And revamp is nothing but taking action. And by the time you reach the revamp, you are ready with your support system, which is nothing but your emotional resilience plan, emotional resilience support system, which will always be with you whenever you face negativity and rejections, to be like a protective shield around you. I hope this session helped you, and if you have any more questions, you can ask me. As Irish mentioned, I have my coaching sessions where I usually follow through this methodology, and I call it as an astronaut's perspective, because being an astronaut was my dream. At that point of time, I could not do so. I gave that name to it, and also it has a deep meaning, because astronauts can see everything in a different perspective. So if we can see our life from a different perspective, where we can always live an abundant and purposeful life, nothing can stop us. No uncertainty and change can stop us to live the life that we want. So before closing this session, of course, we have a question and answer session. I want to leave you with this, one of my favorite quote, which is, change your perspectives to turn every change in your life into an opportunity of growth. This is one of the lessons I learned and I live, and I realized that we can potentially grow in every area. Here, growth means it's not only about being successful in what you do, but it is about your holistic growth. It is about your mentally, physically, and emotionally, how you're growing as a better person in this journey of achieving your goals. So with this, I am closing this. Over to Irish.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Rafiya, Sultana. We have just a clamor for the letter M in the acronym SMILE. What's letter M for?
Oh, okay. Is that
because
missing?
we never saw it. Because we have.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, M is. I'm sorry. I think it's missing. M is nothing but a mentor.
Mentor.
M is mentor. So as we know, we are always having these time management issues, right? Because sometimes we have our families, we have our work, and we have n number of excuses to not to do what we want to do. So mentors are someone who can save your time because they have been there and done there. They can you can approach them. They can be your family members, your colleagues, your seniors, or professionals like us. It can be anyone. So please do not hesitate to reach out to those mentors, which will help them to fast track your process of growth in your life. So that was M. I think that was missing in the slide.
Thank you, Ma'am Rafiya. Again, put your hands together for Ma'am Rafiya, Sultana. Those are the practical steps. Wow, and being someone who aspired to be an astronaut, it's really important for us to see a different perspective on how to deal with crises such as COVID-19. So we'll pause for a break. 2-minute break, Ma'am Rafiya, so you can grab maybe something, a glass of water or a cup of coffee. And our clients, our participants, you may type in your question for the next 2 minutes.
Sure.
Q&A box.
Thank you. See you soon. See you soon, everyone.
Okay, see you in 2 minutes, everyone. Don't you go away.
Yes, I'm right here waiting for you. Please come back.
Every coffee needs a lotus.
And we're back here at today's webinar with Ma'am Rafiya Sultana from Singapore. This is our program which started last April. It's still, this is the last seminar for May, and we still have a few more for the month of June. This is our gift to you from the heart of Ariva Academy's CEO, Sir J. Matienzo, and of course, the whole team headed by the President, Ms. Irish Malondo Samson. This is our way of helping you during the COVID-19 pandemic. So learn and share. So the call of the moment is to give back and pay forward while you gain access to all our live webinars. This is a series for a cause. You may donate an amount to help families in distress. So this is in collaboration with Bayanihan Act 2020, Bayan ng Mahay, and Ariva Achievers Foundation. Together, let's show our support, okay? So click and donate from the bottom of your generous heart. Let's pay it forward and surprise the poorest of the poor with your generous gift. So with that, thank you. Ma'am Rafiya, we have a couple of participants who are celebrating their birthdays.
Wow.
Velisa Rubaya and Jesseline Gultiano. Happy birthday.
Lisa Rubaya, happy birthday. And Jesseline, happy birthday from Singapore.
From Singapore. Now, we also have participants from all parts of the Philippines.
And I think it's time for you to donate as a gift.
Of course. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I really appreciate Ariva's this effort. And I highly recommend everyone who have this heart to think. And as I said, social awareness is also equally important to be succeeded. And having gratitude is also equally important to be successful. So this is also one of the act to donate that will help you to be a better person. So please go ahead and donate.
Wow, thank you for the endorsement, Ma'am Rafiya. The Bayanihan means coming together of heroes.
Oh, okay.
Bayanihan. So, Bayanihan. We come together as heroes. We help each other out.
Bayanihan, yeah. Please, so Bayanihan. Let's Bayanihan, everyone.
Let us do that. We have participants from Batangas City, Butuan City, Cagayan de Oro City, Cavite City, Cebu, Davao, General Santos City.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time and being here to support Ariva and speakers. Thank you so much. I wish my session is of any use to you.
Please it has been of good use.
Yeah, please feel free to connect. And I'm also having a free gift, which is 1 hour one-on-one session for me, from me to you. If anyone who want to connect with me. So my book is not yet out. Otherwise, I would have offered that to you. But later, definitely, I can offer that to you. You can leave your email ID with Ariva. Once it is published, I can give that as a gift to you. But before that, if anyone want to connect with 60 minutes discovery session to discover what is your roadblocks for the success, please connect with me. And this is a part of my growth accelerator coaching program. So you can be a part of it.
Wow. Thank you for your generous heart, Ma'am Rafiya. We also have participants from Laguna, Nueva Ecija, Nueva Vizcaya, Ozamis City, Pagadian City, Pangasinan, Quezon Province, Rizal Province, South Cotabato, Tarlac, and NCR. So thank you. Are we ready now for the Q&A?
Yes.
For our Zoom participants, please type in your question, not at the chat box, but here at the Q&A box. You can also personally ask your question by clicking the raise hand button. We'll put you in and through so that Ma'am Rafiya can see you.
So the question I can see, do we get a module of this webinar? Yes, you can. Please feel free to connect with me after this session. At your lowest point of time, how did you suddenly change your perspective in life? So it was not a sudden process. It took me a long 8 years.
You said 8 years, yeah.
Yeah, to be who I am. But yeah, it definitely started with one simple act of trying to find answers rather than getting myself more and more into a state of negativity. So it did not happen overnight for sure. It was a process, and everyone has to go through this. We need to go through that grind to bring out the best from our own personalities. So yeah.
Thank you, Ma'am Rafiya. I have a messenger question from a friend who is watching now via YouTube, who never wants to be mentioned. You said in Smile to surround yourself with positive people. What if in your house you are surrounded with negative people?
That's a very interesting question. Actually, it's a common question whenever we discuss about this negativity and this vicious cycles. Yes, I know we can choose our friends, but we cannot choose our family members. We are naturally blessed with a family member, which is great. So as I told you, there is a way of reframing. There are many techniques that you can apply, and trust me, there is nothing in this world which can be reversed except death. And it all depends on the way you communicate with your family members. Please use the words which are making them feel more connected with you. The tone that the tonality, the words, everything matters when you connect with your family members and also contribute in their well-being. Like if you're expecting your family members to behave in a certain way, please make sure that you are also behaving in the same way, or you are also making them feel the same way to your family members. So that's one of the thing that you can do. Besides, if you have any family members who you think that consistently, please change that story in your mind, because sometimes it's always not about the others behavior, it is also about our personal our own belief system. That's what we call it as fixed mindset. So I wanted to discuss more about this, but time was not enough. So that's what we call as growth mindset. So if you have a growth mindset, no one's behavior can stop you, because you will always find a way to find solution out of it. So you know how to communicate and you know how to convince the other person once you are completely in your state of positivity. And trust me, when you reach to that level of positive mindset, people can sense it. You really need not to pretend or to be someone else to look like a positive person, to look like a good person. It naturally comes out from your personality. And this will sometimes, trust me, you will get amazing opportunities just because of being who you are, digging deeper into your strengths, and just be positive with whatever blessings that you have. And another tip that I can tell you, like anytime if any of your family members will think that they are giving you hard time, or you think that they're giving you hard time, try to immediately focus on the positive attitudes or positive attributes of that particular family member, so that will instantly shift your focus. I hope I answered your question. If you can, if you want,
you were
feel
able
free
to
connect with
answer
me.
the question. Thank you, Ma'am Rafiya. Dan Buenaventura, what can you say about having a sense of purpose during this time of pandemic?
What can you say about having a sense of purpose during this time of pandemic? Yes, sense of purpose. As we know, now this pandemic proved once again that humanity is not an option, but a priority to survive. So having a sense of purpose is highly important, and sense of purpose always means being inclusive in what you're working on or what you're expecting from the world or from others. So sense of purpose always involves the well-being of the world, well-being of the people, well-being of your community or your family members. So it is highly important to have a sense of purpose, because our purpose is much more bigger than our own well-being or the fears. And trust me, the moment you start thinking about your purpose, it naturally shifts your focus from problems to possibilities, because it whenever I'll give you an example. So if you are head of a family, imagine, and if any of your family member is sick, and at the same time if you are also sick, you make sure that the other person is fine. So in that, even though you are sick, you find strength on yourself so that you can take care of your family member. And what do you think, how you get that strength in you even though you are sick as equally as your family member? Because it's a sense of responsibility and a sense of purpose which is helping you to water the seeds of creativity, to find solutions so that you can make anything that is possible to make the other person feel better, because it is your family member. So same applies to being a human being, being a community member, or being a citizen of your country. That having a sense of purpose is equally important, because it will water the seeds of your creativity, which will eventually lead you to finding solutions.
Thank you so much, ma'am. From our present question, Marinette Espartines, usually people having problems with seeing the possibilities are those who are weak, have no guts, and find themselves hopeless. Is there a faster or easier way to fix these behaviors?
I'm sorry, I can't see this question. Where is it?
This is from this is a present question from our participants last night.
Okay, can you repeat the question? I'm sorry. Is this
okay, ma'am? So this is from Marinette Espartines. Let me know if you can hear it clearly.
Yes.
Usually, people are having a problem with seeing the possibilities are those who are weak, have no guts, and find themselves hopeless. Is there a faster or easier way to fix these behaviors?
Yes, simple. I'll share one of the quote with you. No pain, one of my quote, which is no pain or fear can be bigger than your belief. So you will become what you believe. If you believe that you are weak, and if you believe that you are helpless or hopeless, you will behave in that way. Please change your belief, and please change that story in your mind which is consistently telling you that you are not worth, or you are stuck, or whatever. Do something about it, and then eventually you will find your solution. But being in the same, as again I'm repeating this quote by Einstein, you cannot solve the problems, with the same kind of consciousness that you created it. So definitely there is something that we need to do, and if we are not willing to do, and if we are not accepting the situation as it is, and if we are not trying to change something, things will remain same. So I think the easiest trick, I mean, as I said, there is no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. It's always work in progress, and it takes a conscious effort to to get the results that you want in your life, maybe for your growth or for your happiness or the better relationship. No matter what, please change that story in your mind.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rafiya. Anonymous attendee is asking, hi, Miss Rafiya. Happy afternoon from the Philippines.
Happy afternoon.
Given the current status of your career, is there any point in time when you can still feel anxious despite the things you have discussed with us?
Yes, very much. Thank you for this question. Yes, I still do. It happens to me more frequently, especially when this pandemic happened. As we know, like it is going to impact. It's not only about in your financial or business terms. It's also about your family members. You know what will happen to your family members, and sometimes you're away from your family members, right? And if something happens, you cannot even go and help them because the situation is totally different than what we can do or what we cannot do. So the only thing I'll tell you is just be realistic, especially in this change, in this uncertain times. I can't simply tell you to be positive. I don't think just being positive is enough anymore. We need to be realistic enough to accept whatever it is as it is, and then try to change try to change things. So what I do whenever I feel anxious, yes, I do still. So there are many instances. I mean, recently many things happened. Like last, just before COVID, like I was on my speaking tour. Like I was delivering my keynote in 5 different countries. So there were many incidents. I was away from my family. I was very afraid what will happen, and even I don't know what will happen to me because I was on the way. So there were many fears in me. So what I do is I have my support system, which I call it as an emotional resilience support system, which I created through my experiences. So previously I had no support system. I don't know how to react to those situations. So yes, now also I get into this negative vicious cycle. Now also I get into anxiety, but I know what to do to get out of that anxiety, because I'm completely aware of my emotions and I know how to handle that emotion. So we need to understand first, what are your emotions? I hope I answered your question.
You were able to beautifully answer the question.
Thank
From Leia, where are my reading glasses? Leia Jeline Estonilo, what can you do if you feel stuck and that you have stopped growing professionally?
Firstly, you're not a tree, so you cannot feel stuck. Growth is inevitable. Whether or not you want to grow, you are growing every day, physically, mentally, emotionally. But which direction you want to go, it is grow. It is in your it is your ability to choose what is good and what is bad for you. And that comes to the point of the greatest blessing of a human being, which is imagination. Your imagination can either give solution or problem based on what you choose. So if you're consistently choosing and attracting negative events, that's what happens. Again, I'm going back to this point of belief. Please change. Believe that no matter what happens, you can reverse anything in this world except death. So go back to whatever is happening. Accept, okay, if there is something that you cannot do, please accept it. So acceptance is the first step for change. Then comes change. Do something, change your mindset. Please do not let yourself get into any kind of negative thought which is consistently telling you that you're not enough or you're not. If you find that, please cut that vicious cycle. We just discussed many techniques. If you want, you can approach me. I would be happy to help you after this session. We need to cut that chain, the chain of thoughts. It starts with just negative thoughts. So just right now, I'll tell you, just close your eyes wherever you are, if you can listen to me.
So Leia Jeline Estonilo, close your eyes right now.
Are you
by
here?
By the way, she's from LBC Hangar. Greetings to my compliance family at LBC.
Okay, that's great. So can you hear me? If you can hear me, or if anyone who want to learn, just please close your eyes. Slowly take deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now with each breath taking in and out, you're getting more and more deeper into your consciousness. Now repeat these words to yourself. I am responsible. I am worth. I am unstoppable. I am an achiever. Now slowly take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now on the count of 1, 2, 3, slowly open your eyes. I don't know, wherever you are, if you heard me, please message me here so that, or if anyone who did just practice with me, please, you can message. I can see. I would be happy to see any messages here. If anyone who did this with me.
Especially Leia Jeline Estonilio. Especially you and the rest of the participants who are still in the Zoom room.
So this is one of the techniques. Of course, there are plenty of techniques. What we are trying to do is, like, we are trying to get into our subconscious mind and change the dialogue which is stopping us, that I am stuck. Because no one can be stuck unless you allow yourself to be stuck.
I like that. Stuck in a bad job, bad relationship, bad company, bad mindset. They can do that. Thank you, Ma'am Rafiya.
You're
Anonymous
welcome.
attendee, how do you handle a person in a vicious cycle of being negative and project to manipulate you to be in the same frame of negativity and be trapped in prejudice?
Thank you so much. I can't see your name, but it's very interesting question. So trust me, you will always find such people around you. Because we have 5 fingers and every finger is of a different size and shape. Similarly, all of us are different. And I won't say that people are bad, or it's only their state of mind at that particular point which is making them to behave in a certain way. So there are no bad people, it's just the bad state of mind or bad situation in life which passes, and people do change. So I don't want to be very conclusive here that yes, there are good people and bad people. There are no good people, there are no bad people, there are only people. Situations are good and bad, and people do learn from the bad situations and they move on. So coming back to your question, what to do when you have such people around you? First thing, you ask yourself how close they are to you. Second question, why you want to let others' opinion decide being who you are? Why you want to give that power of your own to others to manipulate you? That power is always with us. If you want to utilize this, make sure that you are in a positive state of mind. If the other person is trying to get into that negative cycle, try to neutralize that effect by your positivity. Just be more positive. Just be more as positive and be grateful, especially for those people. Compassion and gratitude is something helps them, because no matter how bad they are to you, because it's a law. I know that it doesn't mean that there's a limit, of course, to handle. I'm not saying that if it is at the abusive level, no, definitely it's not acceptable. So there is always a way to walk away from those people. But as a matter of fact, please do not give your power away to others by letting them decide how you want to behave. So this is my answer. I hope I answered your question.
Beautiful answer, Ma'am Rafiya. Practical, doable, realistic. Because sometimes we play the role of codependent and we become victims of negative people. Yes. Jeffrey Garay, how can we cope with the new normal concept? Our freedom of doing things is not similar as before.
Interesting. So I have a question for you. So when you were in school, you have a different life, and before stepping into the university, everything was totally different. And after going to the university, what you experience is different. And from the university to your workforce, there is a change. So there is one thing which is consistent in our life, one thing which is certain in our life, which is uncertainty. Once we accept this fact, and once that's the reason why we need to have our support system. We work really hard to invest in different to earn money, and of course to get the insurance of everything. Do you have any support system and insurance for your mental health? Do you have any support system, or do you have any backup? Okay, if something hits me, how I'm going to we don't even think about it. That's actually impacts more to the people. The way we invest money to to during rainy days to have more money, or to take care of ourselves, please invest in your mindset. Please invest in your own way of behavior. Please watch your thoughts. Please watch your even the news, what you're watching in news, what you're allowing. Everything is what you're allowing in your mind. The quality of your life is totally dependent on quality of your thoughts. So if you think that if this pandemic is impacting you, yes, but are you the only one? It is impacting the whole world. And why we need to think that it is wrong? There are many things. In fact, I can if some of you, if you have a pen and paper, please write down what are the good things happen to you because of this pandemic. There is always a positive side. So it is all about what we want to see at that point of time. If you want to look only at the negative part, maybe there is something, maybe we may find different opportunities. Economy is now going down, but it may lead to the why we only need to think that everything is going to go wrong, because we don't even know it's a new normal. We are not aware of what is that new normal is yet, because still work in progress. So let's hope for the best, so that our mind is calm. We don't know what will happen, but if you think, bring your conscious to the present moment, be in the present moment, what you can do exactly at this point of time, sitting or standing wherever you are, to make yourself feel happy, or make the other person happy, or to do something for the other person. Forget about rest everything, because we have limited time. Anyhow, we have to go. We have to leave this earth, right? So we are not forever. So we don't know what will happen next moment. I'm not sure whether I'm going to live next moment or not. But I know what I can do in this particular moment. All that I have is this moment. Bring your conscious to the present moment. You will feel better, and only think that everything is going to be fine. And as long as our brain cells are working as human beings, we can do anything for the survival. It's not only about luxury, it's all about we are at the stage of survival. Survival first comes first, then thriving. So I hope I answered your question.
You did. And for the last question, Ma'am Rafiya,
Thank you.
an anonymous attendee asks you this. As a leader, you are responsible for your team, the response plus ability. How can you change the perspective of your subordinates that have a negative mindset, especially that they are anxious, worried with their stability of their job during this pandemic situation?
Beautiful question. Thank you so much. So first of all, let's get into the root cause of getting this fear and anxiety. Imagine if you're, of course, if you're a team member, right? So try to be in their shoes for a while. And think what is making them feel more anxious and fear. Is it real or it is their own story? So being a leader, that's why I always say, even with my clients, whenever I'm training and coaching, as leaders, we have a double responsibility than our subordinates to be more mentally stable and mentally strong enough so that we can be their protective shield, and wherever they need, we can give our support to them. So if I am a leader, I need to make sure that if my subordinate is feeling anxious, there should be some reason. That boils down to the point of coaching. Now we see many organizations, they are adopting this coaching culture because of this reason, so that you can motivate your subordinate. Get into the root cause. Just go and sit with them. Just have a coffee. Just bring that human connection. Forget that you are a boss or you're a subordinate. Your human connection can resolve even biggest problem, like it can stop wars, wars around the world. Understand how you can bring that human connection into whatever relationship or whatever work that you're doing, and see the magic. The moment you connect with them, the moment you could be able to help them, they will come voluntarily and help you in achieving team goals later on. But we cannot expect them to simply bring in results without helping them understand, first of all, that you are still there for them no matter what happens. If that person is anxious, maybe he's still in the mode of fear, maybe if his negativity is not helping. But if you're strong enough as a leader, first of all, make sure that you're strong enough, you have that clarity in your mind. Because I have this one of the formula, if you want to, so it could be one of the great things. Confidence, calm plus confidence brings clarity, and clarity is something that brings solutions to your life. So if you are clear in your path already, and if you have confidence to communicate effectively with your subordinates, you can bring clarity to yourself and also to the person who is having this negative vicious cycle, so that you both either work together to find solution, or you can find solution and you can be the light in his path, to bring that light in his path of darkness. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, Ma'am Rafiya Sultana, for the Miss Universe levels of answers. And they were saying your answers were very insightful.
Thank you.
And they have been refreshed, and you have been wonderful. Thank you, Ma'am Rafiya. And before we put our hands together to give you a big round of applause, what do you want us to think about before we go to sleep tonight?
Before you go to sleep today? Okay.
Yes.
So I have an action. I hope all the questions I answered. And so before I leave, I want you to think about 3 things that you're grateful for every night before you sleep. And every morning, if possible, send gratitude note or say thank you to someone who added value to your life. Maybe your family member, maybe your mother or father. Just practice this act. You will be surprised the way you could be able to handle your negative emotions and negative vicious cycles, because gratitude is one of the tool which will consistently keep you in state of positivity.
And we are grateful to you, Ma'am Rafiya Sultana. Everyone, put your hands together. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rafiya, for your time, for your kind heart, for your practical answers, for sharing with us how you failed and bounced back, and for telling us that there's a bigger perspective in dealing with the pandemic and the crisis that we are experiencing right now. We hope to see you here in the Philippines, Ma'am Rafiya, Sultana.
I'm so looking forward to. I was in Philippines last December, but
and
yeah,
we
I would
hope to
love
see you this year.
Yes, I will come back, sure.
Thank you so much. Everybody, put your hands together. Big hand for Ma'am Rafiya, Sultana. We are refreshed.
Can I see the full screen with everyone? Because I cannot see anyone right now. I can only see Howell.
We cannot show them. We cannot show the hundreds of participants. Okay. But don't you worry, they'll keep in touch with you for the one-on-one free face-to-face.
I'm leaving my email here if anyone want to connect with me.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am. So everyone who'd like to connect with Ma'am Rafiya, Sultana.
So this is my email, or you can always connect with me through LinkedIn or Facebook. I'm sure Ariva has got my contact details, so you can contact them first if you want to connect with me. And thank you so much, Ariva, and thank you so much, Howell, Irish, for your support and so that everything goes smooth. I did my best. Please don't mind if any glitches, because as we know, we are in the virtual connection mode. I am more good with the face-to-face, so I hope I did my best. Thank you so much.
We were able to appreciate what you have given us generously. Glitches are nothing compared to what we have learned today. So again, thank you so much, Ma'am Rafiya.
Glad to know that.
Sultana.
Thank you.
All right, so everybody, see, we're being flooded now with thank yous, messages of gratitude. Miss Irish Malonda, what can you say about our session with Ma'am Rafiya, Sultana?
Yes, that was really a wonderful, inspiring session from Coach Rafiya. And as what she advised, please allow me to thank Coach Rafiya Sultana for giving us this talk. She is indeed added a great value to my life today. Thank you so much.
What particular learning today that has struck you the most?
Okay. So before I share my learnings for this afternoon, let's ask as well, Sir Howell, yung mga participants natin in the Zoom session, in the YouTube viewers, their takeaways as well. So my takeaway is, of course, what we think is what we believe. What we believe is what we do. It is a talk on perspectives, mind shifting, positivity, and of course, change the perspectives. Let's realign our thoughts and towards a certain goal, towards our goal.
Philippines!
Thank you.
Very good answer.
What's yours, Sir Howell?
Okay, I love everything that she is. She is beautiful inside and out. She is calm and confident. She is humble. And she is practical. She made it possible to connect heart to heart despite the glitches and the virtual barriers. And more importantly, she mentioned the 3 C's. That if we are calm and we are confident as communicators, there will be clarity. And when there's clarity, there is solution. I love Ma'am Rafiya for that.
Okay, and just would like to, while we're waiting for their takeaways, Sir Howell, I would like to read some of our YouTube viewers' comments. So from Jillian Duque, inspiring, awesome coach. So thank you. And from, of course, Christine Flores, thank you, Ariva Academy, Ariva Events, and the rest of the Ariva team, Sir Howell Mabalot, and Ms. Rafiya Sultana. From Mark Camposano, thank you, Ma'am Rafiya, Sir Howell, and Ariva Academy for this informative webinar.
Okay. Wow. Thank you for that. And
okay, so Raymond Sico, thank you from LBC
Vitas.
Okay. And of course, before we end this session, I would like to thank you as well, Sir Howell.
Walang hanggang pasasalamat
yes,
sa inyo.
Indeed.
Ako rin nagpapasalamat sa inyo.
Was really an added value to my life, to our lives as well. As of course, every day, diba? You've been moderating our webinars.
Always a pleasure. 20 webinars, 20 successful webinars just in May. Beautiful. I mean,
and looking forward to more.
Looking forward to more this June.
Okay. Sir Howell, I'll be seeing you on Monday
Yes,
for another
Monday.
e-learning session. Thank you so much.
So it's a 3-day weekend for me and for you as well. Thank you so much.
Indeed. Thank you.
Don't go everywhere. Don't go anywhere,
Okay,
everyone.
guys, it's not yet the end of our session. I have some few announcements, but before that, let's okay, from Leah Jeline Estonilio, her takeaway is change our perspective to turn every change in our life into an opportunity for growth. Thank you with that, Miss Leah. Okay, let's now acknowledge our following win-win sponsors. We would like to thank our official media partner, Art Plus Magazine, our digital media partners, Focus Media, Globaltronics, City Advertising Ventures, Outcom, Elevate Media. For win-win partners, thank you as well to Brother, Faber-Castell, Gluta-C, Moringa O2, TFC, Mr. Donut, Tokyo Tokyo, Lotus Biscoff, Boss Job, Sir Technology Inc., Finma Properties, Salary Jet, Malawi Korea, Kitosin and Carpo Consulting, Enchanted Kingdom, Disperse, Cosmetech Philippines Inc., MindChomp's virtual preschool program. To register, please call them at 0906-486-0710 or email them at disakanabe@mindchomps.org. And if you want to place your ads here, advertise your company, your services, and your logo, have a brand exposure to thousands of viewers via Zoom, LinkedIn, YouTube, and FB, email us at marketing@ariva.com.ph. To stay on top of our insights and updates, to know more about our upcoming e-learning programs, please stay connected and visit us on our social media pages. Join us in the Ariva Academy Facebook group. Please like our Ariva Academy Facebook fan page, follow the Ariva Academy LinkedIn page, and visit us on our website. It's www.ariva.com.ph. And if you missed our live webinars, you would like to check out our previous e-learning sessions, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Ariva Academy and Ariva Talks. And don't forget to click the bell button so you will be notified on our future e-learning sessions. For our upcoming online learning sessions, please register at our website, www.ariva.com.ph. We would like again to invite you on our HR Virtual Summit PH, Bounce Back HR. There's a live webinar series for a cause. And of course, our session with Coach Rafiya Sultana is one of them. We have invited international and local subject matter experts to share with us their wisdom in the HR field. This will be on Monday, June 1. We have invited Ms. Jasmine Liu from Singapore to talk about cultivate psychology safety for your virtual teams during difficult times. This will be on June 1, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Don't forget to register. This will be on Tuesday, June 2, Selling Under Fire Secrets of Proactive Selling in a Crisis. And we have invited Coach MJ Tolan to discuss this session. This is another live webinar series for a cause. We have invited Coach Eric Riego de Jos. He will be discussing transformations through growth mindset, learning and thriving through challenges. This will be on June 3 to 4:30 p.m. Coach with Acts, we have invited none other than my friend Coach May Soriano. There's a live webinar series for a cause. This will be on June 9, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Another live webinar series for a cause. We have invited Coach Carrie Pips from Australia to talk about how to connect with clarity and confidence, building community in times of uncertainty and isolation. June 10, don't forget, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Another e-learning masterclass from none other than Mr. Jonathan Yabut, the Asia's millennial guru, how to manage the millennials in the workplace. There's only 799 pesos. You will be getting one free ebook. So don't forget, June 16, please do register, 4 to 6 p.m. Another e-learning masterclass from Mr. Jonathan Yabut, Work Smart, Not Just Hard, How to Boost Your Productivity at Work. This will be on June 17, 4 to 6 p.m. Another e-learning masterclass from Mr. Chris Randolph, Prospecting, Cold Calling, Telephone Sales, and Closing the Deal. This will be on Thursday, June 18, 3 to 5 p.m. Another e-learning masterclass. There's the second batch of online selling from home, how to use FB, IG, and LinkedIn for your business. This is very timely, guys, so please do register. This will be on Wednesday, June 24, 4 to 6 p.m. If you want to invite our previous speakers, Ariva Partner Speakers Bureau, you would like to have a customized e-learning session for your company, for your team, please do reach me at 0916-695-4418 or email me at irish.arivaacademy@gmail.com. And thank you guys for joining us this afternoon. Hope that you would be able to apply it in your workplaces, in your home, in your personal lives. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Again, this is Irish Malonda Sampson in Ariva. It's all about being better. Be safe always. Thank you guys. Have a great day.